Alright, we're going to do some applications of simultaneous equations. Now for this, girls, you'll need your calculators. Okay, we'll do all of the hard work on the calculators for this one. But probably even more difficult is actually setting up your equations. So let's work through these three examples. What we've got is the sum of two numbers is 42, their difference is 6. Find two numbers x and y by completing the following steps. Okay, so let's define our variables here first of all, girls. What we'll say is, we'll say let x equal the first number. And I'm not that great at writing with this thing, but anyway. And let y equal the second number. Okay, so we've got two unknowns. That means we need to set up two equations to be able to solve it. Okay, so the sum of the two numbers is 42. If this is the first number x and the second number is y, then if I do x plus y, I know that that answer must be 42. The difference of the numbers is 6, so also if I do x take away y, it equals 6. There's my two equations. So now what I'll do is just go and use my calculator to work out what the two unknowns actually are. So let's go to main and keyboard and bring up that. Now what you want is the simultaneous equations template. So there's the template there, and it just basically shows you the first equation goes in here, second equation goes there, x comma y there, or whatever your unknowns are. So let's type in our first equation. We've got x plus y equals 42, and our second equation is x take away y equals 6, and we've got x comma y there, must put that in. Okay, it's telling us that the first number is 24, the second number is 18, so let's write that down in summary. So, Velvet pen, yep, x equals 24, y equals 18, and it says here, let's just check it out. So we've written a pair of simultaneous equations. It says here to solve it using substitution or elimination. Don't worry about doing that. This is an analysis style question. Therefore, use your calculator for it. Write the answer in words. So I would write something like the first number is 18. Whoops, it's not 18. The first number is 24 and second number is 18. Okay, let's get on to the second problem. This is a classic, this one. You'll see this over the years a whole heap of times. So, Andrea bought 2 containers of ice cream and 3 bottles of maple syrup for 22 bucks. At the same shop, Bettina bought 1 container of ice cream and 2 bottles of maple syrup for $13. And what we don't know is how much each container of ice cream and each bottle of maple syrup costs. We know the total costs in both situations. We know how much in each of the situations they bought, but we don't know the individual costs. Alright, so let's set up our equations. So we've got let x equal cost of ice cream, ice cream, and let y equal cost of maple syrup. Okay, so I know that 2 lots of ice cream, whatever the cost of the ice cream is, and 3 bottles or plus 3 bottles of maple syrup will cost us $22. The way I write this as an equation is 2x, that is 2 lots of ice cream, and this is the cost of the ice cream, plus 3 lots of maple syrup must equal $22. Now, I'll always give you this second bit of information here. So 1 container of ice cream, that is 1x, plus 2 bottles of maple syrup, 2y, is $13. Alright, there are our 2 equations. So again, what I would use is the template, and I would type in my equation. So I've got 2x plus 3y equals 22. Whoops. equals 22. Come on, there we go. And x plus 2y equals 13. Now, don't forget this thing here, x comma y, they're the things we want to solve for. And it's telling us that x equals 5, y equals 4. Okay, therefore, let's just summarize that and answer the question. How much does each container of ice cream cost? Ice cream costs $5 and maple syrup costs $4. Okay, solved. Let's go through one more example. We've got Fong conducting a survey, and what she does, she asks 72 people whether or not they use the internet at home. 3 times as many people who answered yes, or 3 times as many people answered yes as those who answered no. So let's find the number of people in each category. So let's define our variables. Let x equal number of people who were yes, and let y equal number of people who were no. Okay, so this is a simple one to get started because there were 72 people who answered this question, and x's represent the yeses, y's represent the no's. So if I just do x plus y, I get 72. There were 3 times as many people who answered yes as those who answered no. Now the temptation will always just be to read this and write the equation as it's written. 3 times y, which is 3 times x, equals y, but that's not true. Okay, so what I think about in these situations, there were 3 times as many people who answered yes. Okay, now x is the number of people who were yeses. And what I do is I need to represent this as an equation. The no's are going to be the smaller category. Okay, there's a smaller or a fewer amount of people who answered no. But if I multiply the amount of people who answered no by 3, what I will get is the number of yeses. Alright, they're my 2 equations. Once again, let's go to the template and we'll go x plus y equals 72 and x equals 3y and x comma y. Execute. Alright, so that's saying that x is 54 and y is 18. So therefore, those 54 answered yes, and 18 answered no. Alright, so that's how you do worded simultaneous problems. So basically the aim of the game is define your pronumerals, set up 2 equations, use your calculator to answer those 2 equations.